Shout out to everybody here on the live. Is this a real pump? 91,002 as we speak, Bitcoin pumping. Nah, I don't know, but I'm in the long. We're going to take this puppy up. I'm going to show you why I believe the TA is telling me to go long, baby, and why I'm going to take the opportunity to show you what I did. And, you know, I showed you this morning. I'm back tonight to show you what happened. We're back in action. Let's go, baby. Back to the way the lifers live. Gains, baby, gains. Shout out to everybody here on the live. These stickers, my daughter came in and she asked, she stuck them on me and I don't know where to put them. I don't want her to cry. I'll stick them to my keyboard, though, to remind me of how much I love her every day. And they'll just be kind of... Shout out to everybody here. Bitcoin pumping nice, 91,300. I'm excited. This is pretty cool. I'm going to show you the trades. I'm going to show you what happened. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to get some music playing. We're going to have some fun. I also see a bit of a flag of the 5-minute time frame. Looks like my signal may play out and continue to give us some more gains here. So let's talk about it. I told you how I saw a pump coming this morning, how I was long, and I'm just going to, flash a couple trades. This one's up $1,398. I like this 200 moving average. We just closed the 3-day candle above the 200 moving average. That's a good sign. That's KKX. I like MEXC. MEXC also ripping. This is a BTC trade up 700. So I'm up about $2,000 there combined. But these are bigger term trades. I want to see if this 3-day can really break us out and give us the gains. I also see some smaller time frame trades. And then you're going to see, altcoins should follow now if Bitcoin can hold the zone. But hey, it's Saturday night. It could be low volume. We could give it all back in a day. Let's take a deep breath. Let's talk about it. I talked about, making a flag here. The 15-minute, in fact, did that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and broke to the upside. Is it sustainable? So far, so good. But we're going to talk about some other things. We're going to break down the bigger time frames. But we got above this resistance too. And this is the first time that we pumped above the 4-hour 200 moving average, and we held it way differently than all the other times, right? Comparatively. And this is kind of what I do, is I look for signals that change the substance. Like this was the same. Resistance, resistance, resistance. This is different. The 21 is finally crossing. The 21 is not crossed. What to say? I was like, what? I was like, well, how did you just switch to the monthly that fast? The 21 has not crossed the 200 moving average. Like the last time it crossed bullishly was September 30th, right? And then we had actually a little bit of a cross there and we dabbled, but we were in a lower high there. That was the right shoulder. It looked pretty down. So since we called out short there, it's been dropping ever since. Let's take a look. Bigger and smaller time frames for Bitcoin. Shout out to my lifers and everybody out here and all the lovers of life. Actually, let me put out the link to the stream. Might be a good idea. Some people claim, oh, I didn't get the link in the group. And I'm like, yeah, but all you have to do is hit the notification bell and show up when we pump. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to pump. Shout out to all the lifers here. Thank you for being here on this beautiful Saturday night in a pump for Bitcoin. This could be, and remember, I bought 10K worth of Bitcoin this morning. This could be one of the most important streams of the entire year. And only 400 people are here. It's crazy. We usually have that like 2,000, 1,500, right? We have a pretty good crowd here on a regular basis. And again, it's okay. I get it. People are still in that vacation mode. It's their last couple days before it's back to regular life. But I got to be honest, man. Like, not paying attention right now, not showing up. Man, these are the times. So shout out to everyone that's out here. Thank you for being here, Sam, to guide us with your 20 years. Pita, thank you so much for the $4.90. That's $50 super chat, man. Wow, that'll come back to you tenfold. That's very nice of you. It's amazing. I show up to a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. A $50 super chat. I don't need a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. This looks like an Adam and Eve double bottom. The 4 hours above the 200. I like what we're seeing. We're going to get back into that in a split second. I made a video that I'm going to be putting out on Twitter, X, and around the internet to also show my idea here. But I've been talking about hidden bullish divergence on the monthly now every single day for a long time, right? If you're on my channel, how many times have I talked about hidden bullish divergence on the channel? Put a 333. If you heard me talk about hidden bullish divergence on the channel, saying that there's a likelihood we break these highs before we break these lows. Lower stochastic. There's a lower move on the RSI while you have an uptrend in price. This creates a divergence. All right. And it says that you're going to break these highs. That's what it says. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but that's what it says. All right. And you've had support here too at 82,000 that held pretty nicely. And now you're just looking for a tweezer close. Can you close these candles? Can we not give this all back? Can this really close a bullish engulfing on the monthly? You know? And so here we go as we start the month. It's going to be a crazy time. The 2-week chart, my favorite chart to accumulate Bitcoin. I have this strategy. Whenever Bitcoin gets below the dotted line and the fear and greed get to a 10 or 11, I buy BTC. You do whatever makes you happy, but I do that. Look at all these 333s, people that knew about the hidden bullish divergence on the monthly. Like, who does that? Like, I wasn't even going over hidden bullish divergence. I wasn't even going the monthly chart just a few years ago, and I was in for like 17 years. I can only imagine. Right? Shout out to all the blessings and everybody out here hanging out with the lifer. So, anyway, hidden bullish divergence on the 2-week. The 2-week chart showing love. Very low on the RSI. Last time we got this low on the 2-week RSI, it was the bottom of the market. See this? We don't enter into this terror. Last time there was the last time we were this low, everybody, was the pandemic dump right here on the RSI, where we hit 39, which is kind of the right where we bounced off. And then we went really low in the absolute bottom of the bear market. So the only time the RSI has ever been this low on the 2-week chart. And when the stochastics end up below this dotted line, I mean, that's a buy right there. As far as that's a buy, that's a buy. So you saw me, I started to open up. I'm starting to buy more BTC. I'm probably going to end up adding a whole nother Bitcoin by the end of this time, you know? And people don't realize these are the times to be alive. These are the times to pay attention when everyone else is kind of in fear, not making moves, not realizing that this could be the biggest turnaround ever for the markets. So weekly time frame has the bullish engulfing candle. Everything is starting to go our way. That has hidden bullish divergence. We pulled the Fibonacci for you on the weekly, and we talked about how the retracement to the 886 was interesting and how we've been above the 786 now for weeks. It all depends. We just needed the bullish candle. We needed this. And remember, even today I said, opening up along with a stop below these wicks, I believe could be advantageous. There's a little bit of a dip, but now you can see that my words, did anyone listen to me this morning? Just, I mean, like they went through their ears, not like did what I said, but it went into their ears and they heard what I said. Anybody hear what I said here, you know, and how I talked about how, and again, it's not about being right, it's about positioning. And so I like this now. And again, this could go right back down to the downside. This is very high risk, but this is a trade right here. That's a possibility. These are the trades I'm in. Yeah, they're up $2 grand. We'll see what happens. I'm not counting my chickens now. They're just getting started. Let's see if we can really get the move here to the upside. One of these trades I've been in since about here. So I've been babying that trade for literally 30 days. The bot, which is still inside some massively big trades that, will get out if we get back to 103. We just need a $10,000 pump, like from 80,000 to here. We can do it. We got above some key levels. There's a nice gap in there. The bot will be able to get into payday here. All right. And it never had to use it had 2 safety orders waiting if it needed to. So far, so good. We're sitting pretty. I can't wait to show you when the bot gets out. It will have been a 2 to 3 month trade, but it will be a monster trade. And it'll be pretty awesome to see. So the 2-week chart, my go-to time frame that many people don't use. I've been using the 2-week chart for years. It's been my go-to. And again, the 2-week chart only has a bullish cross once a year, like once there in October 9th of 2023, once there September 9th of 2024, April 2025, and then here we are in December of 2025, So there you can say twice, but that's a bullish cross. You see the blue line crossing, and that's on the 2-week stochastics RSI. So I'm a stochastics RSI guy. I'm a hidden bullish divergence guy. I'm a Fibonacci retracement guy, and all these are checking out. So I'm willing to take a shot and go for it, even though they've damaged my mind and they've fake pumped us so many times now, and maybe we just turn around and dump. I think it's still a good idea to assume we're just still inside a bear flag on the 5-day, and this is not doing anything. And you're like, Sam, but you're long. You're talking all this bullishness. Yeah, I know. How can you now talk about a bear flag? I don't understand, Sam. Because I can be bullish and bearish at the same time. I'm just holding a little more conviction one way or the other. Or I may be seeing just like a representation of a subconscious pattern that I've seen before that's edging me in a certain direction, So, shout out to Zab. God bless you, man. Awesome time today. I really had a good time. Today was just a fun day. I felt free. I don't know, it was just a good time. Good times. Funny, interesting day to be alive. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for being awesome and being amazing. We love you and we care about you. We want to see you be amazing. Let's take a look here at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart closing a bullish candle above the 200 moving average. And so I love this. It didn't close yet, but that's front running at this point. But I love opening up trades on the other sides of 200 moving averages. Front running sometimes and touching the 21. This is an interesting idea. And you got a big gap in the VRVP. See the gap here? This is the VRVP. This tells me where we're likely going to go based off liquidity. You can see right there, 111,000, 104,000. And once we get over 94,650, really, once we take that wick out, 94,000, 94,500, man, we're gone. And this looks to me like a bit of a double bottom. It looks like a double bottom. And a double bottom has a measured move, 68%. And then you got the gap, which tells you, so like 103, and that gets me out. The bot gets out, and man, but I've been here before thinking we're about to be out and everything's going to change. And then I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I went through 30 days of just like, who knows? So I've been on the cusp of winning tons of money or getting massively beat, and we don't know what's going to happen yet. And a lot of people are kind of like, some people doubt me, some people believe in me. I think most of my lifers are here believing in me. We got a smaller crowd tonight. But I am a public guy out there in the space. And, people think what they will of everybody out here. So we'll see what happens. Let's kind of move forward into the daily time frame. And let me show you kind of what I see happening now here on the daily. So get rid of this idea, but believe that 5 days still could be in a bear flag. I'm still on that. Like, I'm not like, oh, it's over, right? Beautiful support here now at 84.6. We bounce there, we wick there, we wick there. This wick, if I exclude it, I feel like we got ourselves an Adam and Eve. We got a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. There is a cup and handle that we talked about. Remember, it did end up breaking out. The target kind of comes, continues there, look, and then you go through these high volume nodes. And then look, again, on the daily, you can see we just have this beautiful gap here back to 110, 111. It does suggest that we can get there pretty fast. If we get a move to, 94,000 is 100. 100 is 103, 103, 111. So to me, 94 is almost the all-time high. I don't think people don't believe me. How do you say that? Because of the harsh rejection of it. It was either the beginning of a bearish market or it's the beginning of a new age if we get back above it. Because it was just so tough. Like, it was just so insane. So the daily, 3 white soldiers. No, I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3. That's a bullish close. Let's take a look at our daily close. We opened at 89,834.34 cents. The high was 90,958.55 cents. Sorry. Oh man, I can't stand that. We opened at 89,987. Oh, hold on. 987 to 72 cents. The high was 90,740 even. The candle closed at 96,638, right? And the low was 89,300. So we opened at 89,987. We closed at 96.38, up $642 on the day. So $600 day, but really combined the last 2 days, just some good pumpage that didn't give it back. You can see the clean Adam and Eve here on the daily time frame. That's an Adam and Eve. That is clean to me. That's a clear Adam and Eve breaking out to the upside. I love this gap. I see high volume node right there, 101, 102. I know once we get back above 94,000 and retest this area and start to break that too, boom, we can make moves. So been waiting for this for a long time. We got rejected by it at the beginning of December. Can we reclaim that same area of liquidity now as we begin to grind back to the upside? So the daily looks interesting to me, and it does have some gas as it crosses that line. I talked about how the 8-hour, when the moving average get tight, it pumps up to the 200 moving average. I like it. We're going to have to get back above that 200 and not see a rejection. That's going to be some key ideas. So we pump. We got pretty overbought. We made a move. We're away from the 21. We're okay. I just want to see us, okay, fine. Stay above 90,256. Begin to flag out. Look at our 1 hour, a bit overbought with some bearish divergence. So honestly, I would just flag out the 1 hour tonight. I'd look for, maybe we continue to pump. There's a chance. I got longs on bigger time frames, so I'm not sweating it. Maybe I'll scalp the 1 hour tomorrow. I'd look for us to go sideways here. It kind of continue this parabola up to the upside. To me, there's a mini parabola there forming. Looks like we could get the pump to 94,573 for BTC. All right. Whales buy 2.5 billion in Bitcoin. Market dropped 6% amid shutdown fears. In the past 24 hours, whales bought over 2.5 billion in Bitcoin, including a single purchase of 7,194 BTC, with major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase acquiring thousands. Amid U.S. government shutdown fears, Bitcoin fell 6% from about 93 to below 87.5 as the total crypto market dropped 3.5 to 2. The U.S. regulatory landscape experienced approval and expansion for spot Bitcoin ETFs with major asset managers of BlackRock. This is like going over the year or something. Yeah. But a whale, man, $2.5 billion in Bitcoin. It's funny, I always seem to know when to start. But I start buying Bitcoin. I've been doing it at a pretty good time. Bitcoin remains resilient amid the U.S. attack on Venezuela. The president of the United States initiated an attack. The United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela's leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be news coverage today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump. So that's what happened. All right. You can some people have their reasoning. Some people are upset. Some people, they do what it is. It goes back and forth. I don't get into too much politics here because, even if I have a huge thought, it's not my, I'm here to teach someone how to trade. So I don't want to get on the wrong side of that person and not be able to help them. So I just want to do my job, and then I'll take care of my other jobs at other times, in other places. Sammy, could you take a look at AERO for me? She's been moving very aggressively. You grow, I grow. God bless you. Let's take a look at Aerodrome Finance. Aerodrome, baby. Aerodrome. Yeah, well, back to 57. But dang, man, seeing it all the way back at 41 is like, oh. Well, I just see, again, a beautiful cup and handle. And I see just a little more surprise price action than normal, but only a matter of time. But it does look like it's going to take till April. We get a 3-month rally here. We stall out somewhere in April. We hit the top at about, 235 for AERO. But we've done this once, twice. Can we do it a third time here? AERO, very overbought. I'm looking for the bounce on the weekly for sure. Already started it a bit. PEPE, everyone is PEPE hungry. Is it time to buy more Pepe? Is it time to over leverage Pepe? I don't know. I would not do that. But so far, Pepe has held its levels very strong. It seems to have a cheerleading squad too on X that's been pushing its resurgence, and it's been strong. You can see 2 daily candles in a row closing strong. Bitcoin pumping does not hurt the cause. And then you're flagging out here. Again, everything's kind of waiting for that 21 in my mind on that 1 hour, on that 4 hour, but then the continuation could continue. Pepe looking like it could get a pep in its step here and really get a bigger move to the upside. Shout out to the Pepe Warriors out there and anyone in Pepe. Unbelievable. And it is remember, it started the stream, the pump last time. A lot of people are going to think these are fake rallies, and they're going to start shorting these tops because that's what they got paid to do every time. One time, those rallies aren't going to end. Those tops are going to go a different way, and we're going to get a collapse. And things aren't going to look too good, so be careful. Pay attention. As Pepe gets tighter, I could see it possibly going up higher. So, happy Genesis Day. First Bitcoin was mined today. Amazing. Shout out to Greg Novak. And God bless you, man, and your addition to your family, man. Thank you so much for reaching out. Amazing. Thank you so much, brother. You're so amazing. One of the nicest people I ever met, man. And you deserve so much happiness and wealth your way, brother. God bless you. Yeah, we got Pocket Network bouncing, Myro bouncing. All the altcoins are back in action. It's like, whoa. Whoa, baby, whoa. If I was scalping Bitcoin, I might take some profits on a smaller time frame scalp, though. Just, let people will do what they do's. People does what they do. Nice P&L back to the upside today for these altcoins. Still hold a bunch of little tiny coins. You never know which one could be the winner. I'll never fully give up on speculation. I'll just do it less than I used to. That's all. I'll be less speculative about being speculative, but it is what it is. So, blessings to everybody here on the stream. What about the Banker's Coin, XRP? Good morning, Sam from London, 118. Hope your family is well. Bought spot Bitcoin at 87K. Let's go. I got nice longs for New York ESAs, but I only scalp this market. Is terrifying for me. It's going to get, that's the thing, it'll get back into track. Any chance of 90,000 again? I mean, it's possible. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency and see what's happening to total. Total oversold on the weekly, oversold on the 2-week. That same idea that we could get the bounce back to the upside. I like it. 3-day chart is back above the 200 moving average. As long as you stay above that yellow line, we have a chance to go. I mean, it looks like it might make an inverted head and shoulder here. But as long as it stays above the yellow line, man, we could have. Last time it got above the yellow line after being below it was here. That's October 22nd of 2023. And it began the beginning of one of the biggest rallies in all of cryptocurrency history. I'm not saying this could be it, but there's a correlation between the signals. So I like what I'm seeing for total. Let's look at total 3 and see where total 3 sits. Total 3 bouncing off the 200 never went truly too far below the 3-day, and it's back strong. So this is good. And if anything, it's okay. It's in a channel. Let it head back to the top of the channel. We could be starting the beginning of a 3-month rally here. Yeah. Had an alert on set at 3:08. It's about where I think probably I want to short, but I'm only shorting BCH. Yeah. Total is my favorite chart. Somebody said that's amazing. Blessings. So yeah, I mean everything's kind of starting to go our way here. But let's take it one step, one day, one moment at a time. But I got, it's like, hey, is it time to start? Let's take a look at SWE. If I was going to scalp anything, it would be SWE, SEI. I'm looking for things that move, that have a use case and a swing trade on them, because like people will swing trade them, people will actually use them as well. Wow, SWE all the way to 167, but it bounced strong. Like look how much these things bounce. The one at 140 to 167, right? Now you're like, all right. And remember, I was loving sweet here. It wasn't, I mean, it's crazy what they did. They consolidated it to this type, but it wasn't, you know, hey, at the end of the day, it was a what? A symmetrical triangle, and they'd usually do what? Break to the downside, lifers. The measured move was the base of the triangle. I mean, and we got exactly what, I mean, the TA wasn't too bad, really. Pretty spot on. Now we got the Adam and Eve double bottom on the 3-day chart. And this could be just Ape City for some people. I like the 4-hour too, like flagging out above the 200 moving average. This is what you want to see. Chance all the altcoins just go on a massive tear tomorrow and catch everyone off guard on a low volume Sunday, get us back into position. Then Monday's going to be interesting, but hey, I'll take anything they give us, maybe one step at a time. No regrets in this life. One step at a time, every single day. No regrets, baby. I've made some mistakes. I've never been perfect. Ups and downs in this market. I've made money. I've lost money. I've made more money than I've lost, thank the goodness. But it doesn't mean I don't take a hit and I don't have to get back on my own too and keep pushing. So God bless everybody that's taken a hit and kept moving. That's success, right? No one wins is afraid of losing. Or if they are afraid of losing, they put it behind and they keep moving anyway. I ain't afraid to lose. What I'm afraid of is not doing anything. I'm afraid of sitting so tight that nothing happens. And I never take advantage of the next big move. Right? I mean, all coins look interesting. That's a breakout right there. Says Sweet could get right back up to 177, and next thing you know, you're at $2 from 143. So, was that the bottom? Hard to tell. I bought many a bottom. I will say, when this Fear and Greed was at 10 and 11, it was a very interesting prospect to buy at least BTC, maybe Solana, something. I made sure to stash and start. I was buying, and so, hey, it's up to you. You do what makes you happy. I will never force anyone. I'm not a portfolio. I don't go over that stuff. But hey, what I see is very interesting today. So I want to leave you tonight for when I get back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be pretty early. I'm going to be up probably 7 a.m. doing this update. So expect me early in the morning. But if we're bullish, we're going to continue a flag. Maybe we continue to rip here, but I'd like to see a nice little flag on the 1 hour. Or a bit overbought. I'd like to see the 4 hour really make a flag here too as well. Start to kind of channel up or down. Might be a bigger flag. I'd like to see the 21 get back above the 200 and really hold it this time. We did not. Last time we didn't even get this close. So look, I mean, all the rejections before, we didn't even get the 21 to hit it. Now the 21 is touching the 200. It's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. So watch this very closely, folks. And tonight, I would just make sure we stay above this resistance, which is now a support line, about 90,000, 89.9, 90,000, to make sure we make a flag on the 1 hour that kind of could pan into the 4 hour. But I'd watch the 1 hour time frame mainly, 15-minute, and just look for us to stay above that previous resistance. Look for us to continue to flag here for BTC. Look for the 3-day to stay above the 200 moving average. These are so key. Again, I've been saying the same things for months. It's almost like the average trader won't understand my channel, because for like 4 months I'll be like hidden bullish divergence, and eventually they'll just walk away. They won't realize that you have to sit on this for months to win. This is a 3-month like battle to win these trades, these longs, and to make some serious coin. But you gotta pay attention. You gotta hone in. So, what is your idea about Ton? Ton's a good project. It just never seems to pump as much as you want, but I like the project, and it's got a lot of good minds behind it, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So, hey. But anytime I invested in it, which I did a few times, it seemed to be pouring. I never really, the swing chains weren't as great as I'd liked it. The liquidity wasn't, but hey, I mean, that's just what happened to me. Maybe it's different. Can't stay down. Old institution investors can't increase value. If it stays down, so it'll go up at some point. That's my mindset. During a downturn, old money has patience for years. Yep. Do you still like Render? I mean, I think any altcoin can move for you. Whatever you hold, it could be good. I just think there's better out there than Render right now. But yeah, I still think Render's hot. Look at back to 189. All right, it just bounced. Look at me, it was just at 120. It's up 50%. I mean, these things, the whole altcoin market has made a comeback. Does it go straight up, though? Think about it. I mean, maybe it does and then go sideways. And if render comes back, I mean, you could see render at $20, $15. Yeah, I mean, you could see yourself getting a big move there. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Sammy vibrating high again. This is one of my indicators. Let's go. Yeah, you can tell things are a little different. You know what I mean? Like, we've been through a very quiet couple of weeks. Sideways price action. It has not been amazing. For me, it hasn't been business as usual. I think people have been kind of, a little bit bored. A lot of people don't think this is the usually how it goes. Can you look at ZBCN on the monthly? Let's take a look at ZBCN. The monthly, though, I don't know if it really needs the monthly. I'll take a look at it, though. See, I don't know what time frame it's been on. I mean, look at it right there. I mean, that's bullish. You've got like an inverted head and shoulder breaking out above the 200 moving average. ZBCN. 1 hour. Like, you get into here and, stop losses below this double bottom low here. I mean, there's a chance you ride this puppy all the way back to this liquidity zone. Someone said the monthly. Hard to really put any words to it on the monthly. It did come back to its previous support as resistance. There's your weekly. I think your 5-day, your 3-day. Kind of made an Adam and Eve there, attempting to break out of this kind of falling wedge here off the 200. Hitting that same support zone it bounced off of. I don't know about the monthly, but I give you this, the daily chart. It does look bullish. There's some hidden bullish divergence there. You got to have some guts, some know-how, and you have to actually kind of care a little bit more about the project than to really hang through. Yeah. LOFI. Another coin on the very low. See? Pumping up nicely right now. Probably got above a 200 moving average on the 1 hour, though. Yeah, see, there it is. Got above the 200. Made a flag on the 1 hour time frame. And I'm just, look for consolidation. Look for the 21. These are entry points. Stop losses below the 200 moving average. This thing was gone. So we may start posting more. I'm probably going to be back on the altcoins again, searching them. And it's a full-time job. It's 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day of searching for the hottest setups at altcoins, making sure what's going on, researching, seeing if I'm seeing anything, scanning Twitter, running all sorts of interesting, bot information. Thank you for everything. The way you explain things is priceless, Sam. Priceless. Thank you for that. The walkthrough is a second to none. My life changed when I discovered the 21. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother. Shout out to JBurk8474. Need serious advice on Bitcoin. It can go back to 90,000. I can't tell you what to do, man. You do kind of about to get washed. That's on you, man. I love you, but you know what I mean? I'm not telling you what to do or what could happen. I mean, I don't know. And if you're about to get washed, use proper risk management next time, please. Or handle the wash. I don't know what to say. So now you see stuff that hasn't really pumped yet, right? It's way far away from the 21. But the first thing you want to see is the 200. It breaks above the 200 on the 15, then it will go to the 1 hour. You're looking for liquidity, though. Look, Bonk made it. It made a flag, and it pumped out the flag. Everything's kind of making some moves here. Again, it's going to have resistance. They'll probably fiddle away. They're a little far from the 21. Everything's just going to go straight up. That's not the case. It's just the first couple statements. Then we're going to have to find out if it's a real rally or not. And we will. That will be challenged. Let's take a look at the last 24 hours. What's hot? MyX back to $6, up 57% in 24 hours. Wow, 86 in 7 days. 36 for render, 16 for stacks. Virtual back in the game. FET holding us down. SPX 6900. Bonk up 22%, 23. Floki 26%. Canton up 39. So you're just seeing a whole movement here. But again, remember, they're very small. These pumps aren't huge. They look bigger than they are percentage-wise, but they're not enormous. Okay? So just be careful. I'd wait for even more confirmation before getting too crazy here. All right? Nobody finds them like Sammy coming handy, guys. Stay tuned. The best show on YouTube right here. Thank you so much, Crypto Billy in the house. And shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the exchanges that I like to use. Shout out to Weeks. Really like using Weeks. That was a beautiful pump on Weeks, too. Did exactly what it was supposed to do out the flag today when the 21 touch price action. Look at that thing, just gone. to the upside. Shout out to Weeks loving it. Shout out to BTCC and MEXC. I got to love my peoples over at MEXC, man. And I hold tons of money on MEXC. I have 3,100 today. MEXC, baby. And then this futures trade I got cooking so far up over about 500. 622. And it's about a 0.66 BTC trade so far. 0.6677 on the trade, funny. What a flag. And we saw the 21 above the 200. Boom. And only time could tell. We might give it all back and just go right back to the downside. We got to make those flags of the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame today for Bitcoin. Remember, that's all that really matters today is this 1 hour. Making sure we stay above these resistances. Making sure the 4-hour does not give back the 200. We got to stay above the 200 this time and hold it and not just give it right back. If we can hold it, anything can happen here. This could become a monumental move. One of the biggest moves in the history of Bitcoin could be upon us. That's the thing. One day, I live stream every day. So one day I'm going to say that, and it's going to be true. I don't say it all the time, but I'm going to say it in a very poignant manner. And I can tell when we're about to hit key areas, key insightful moments. And we're there right now, folks. So you do what makes you happy. I'm hyping it up a little bit. I am long, but we'll see what happens. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I'm taking a probability shot on the world. I don't know what you know. Nothing is a guarantee here. So altcoins back up in action. I like it. Solana back above 130. It could be worse, right, folks? It could be worse. We've been through so much as a trading community. Just even if we didn't know each other, just as a trading community, people in general in crypto. 133 for Sol. I love it, baby. I love it. Cardano, Hyperliquid back to 25. And Pepe, man, up 48%. One of the bigger gainers. Pepe, getting Pepe. Getting some pep in its step. Pepe over here. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it on X. We are flying at the speed of light. You people are helping us. And we're about to hit 41,000 subs. I appreciate that. Followers, however you want to call it. So that's it. I wouldn't overtrade. All coins look interesting. We held strong. I'd love to see the bot get out. I like where we're at. Look for the flag on this 1 hour to do its thing. And if that can flag out sideways, all coins are going to continue to pump. Solana 135, 140. Let's go. So big wins coming our way. Just stay low key. And don't chase if you didn't get in yet. Wait for the next flag. Wait for a position. Have some type of idea of what you want to do when you get into these trades. Don't overtrade. Remember, people feel like they got to overtrade when the market gets hot. And that forces a lot of people into carnage and pain. So just be careful. All right. One thing I kept saying too is like the CME, they're pushing that they're not going to cut that rate. Maybe it'll likely change. I'm not like giving into it too much right now. But you know, just when we look at it, they're speculating 83% that they don't. We want to see this and this go boom, 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 boom. We want to see this start to flip and go inverse 86.16 the other way. So beautiful Adam and Eve, beautiful areas. We're seeing the daily, we're seeing the 4 hour. I'm showing you my indications of why I'm long so far. I still see major resistances at 94,000. We're not out the water yet. There's so much for us to do. But hey, we fought off the bears a little bit and we have some light at the tunnel here. There is a chance that the mighty bulls can win here. So you're telling me there's a chance? There's always a chance, baby. There's always a chance. We can get there. We will get there. We can do this. So, and that's it. You know, I could keep moving on it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Is it giving up for altcoins? I mean, look at that head and shoulder there on the 4 hour. It's what you would like to see. And then see how I said it could make the shoulder, head, right shoulder here and then start to flop? If it loses this trend line and starts to drop, I mean, that's going to be a pretty good deal. Let's take a look at US Tether dominance, which was on a bit of a rise. We want to see that kind of quells down here and starts to dump. I did call a bearish div there. You could see, right? Swing down while that swings up. And that's kind of, you know. So we might get a little more sideways in a right shoulder here. But I'm looking for the right shoulder. I'm looking for a dump. This is setting up for a nice. And that will dump all the way into March and April. See that? You just see the space of the chart. Setting up for a pump. And it just says by April or May, we might get a nasty pullback. Well, we could pump at least into that level. So we'll see. But it's beginning to look a lot more like Christmas, after Christmas, you know. And so I like what we're beginning to see here. God bless everybody that stuck with me and stays in the group. I don't know why, people don't support me no matter how much I work, but hey, it's all good. We will continue to find. And remember, I can teach you what you need in the group, but I'm also going to scan and find altcoins that you wouldn't believe. We're going to find setups we're going to hit. The group is beneficial to you in the times of bullishness when there's coins all over the place. You're just going to get so many setups that you won't have to look for in one place. So remember, it may seem flat, it may seem whatever, maybe a couple months, it's not perfect, but it'll pay, that knowledge will pay for itself when it starts coming in hard, when there's hundreds of altcoins, you're not sure what's going on, and me and my team are researching heavily, doodly, and nailing it for you. So just pay attention, stay on it, and make sure that, believe me, my Discord is more than just one thing. It has so much coming at you, and it has a lot coming your way. So just pay attention, focus. We got many altcoins set up for you every single day here at the channel. So pay attention and focus. And remember, you may not get exactly what you need immediately. It's a long-term plan if you want to make the big gains. Big money is not made overnight. Big money is made in a long period of time with goals that are set and building. So grateful for you, lifer, and all your dedication. Because of you, I believed in myself and started my channel doing crypto research. Unlocked super chats, made my first money on YouTube. God bless you. How great does that feel, my friend? Must be one of the coolest feelings you've ever felt, bro. So God bless you, man. You deserve that. See what you got for working. That's what I loved about YouTube. It was slow. It wasn't always perfect. But, as I kept going, there was a little bone along the way. And a monetary bone, because we all have to pay the bills, don't we? And it's sad to say, we all have to do something for money. I'm sorry to say, everyone does something for money, whether it's a very small job of nothing, whether they collect disability because they can't work, they still go and collect disability or type in their name. They do something for that money. That's crazy, you know what I mean? Or someone does it for them because they're disabled. But whatever it is, and that's the lowest of, but that's the least input to output. I'm not saying those people got hurt. They deserve it. I'm not trying to say, I don't want to use the wrong words there. I got to be really careful when I talk. But what I do want to say is, my whole point is, even they have to do something, right? So affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. Jim Rohn, long live the lifers at 100%. Yeah. And we looked at ZBCN, and thank you, Underground Crypto, for really understanding the flow and the motion of how you get where you need to be. Sammy, could you take a look at AERO for me? She's been moving very aggressively. Yeah, we took a look at AERO. Thank you. And we did all these amazing super chats. You people are awesome. That's like $60 at super chats. That's amazing. And this morning, I think they unloaded like 200 on me or something. So you people are blessed. Thank you so much. I'm very, very happy. And yeah. Again, we could have more, we could have less. We're grateful for what we do have. You're grateful for what you do have. That's how you can achieve more. All right? Never throw down what you have. Oh, what I have isn't good enough. No, it's great. What you have is amazing. You could build on what you have. Look at me, 2026. I could get down. Our numbers were a little lower in 2025 in some places. Not all places, in some places. So I could just start 2026 just thinking about that and getting in my head. Or I could say, you know what? I started my channel in 2019 in a one-bedroom apartment, a little bit of debt, a little bit of, crypto on the side that I was believing in. And nobody knew who I was. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't have much, I had a very small Twitter account, actually. I started in 2011. I had an Instagram, but it wasn't really, no one knew who I was. Not in this type of space. And now here I am 7 years later. So 2020, I started with barely, it was very difficult, right? There was no one behind me. It was dry. I'd put out one video, get maybe 100 views. No one watched me. I figured I was always going to be one of the unwatchables that never really amounted to nothing. But I fell in love with doing it. And I said, you know what? If no one ever watches me, who cares? I said, I love what I'm doing. And I'm going to just keep doing what I love. And I'm so sick of waiting for numbers and waiting for results. And I said, I'm just going to finally do what I love to do, man. And I wanted to be on YouTube and I wanted to make videos. And I was sick of waiting. And so I did it. And I did it again and again. And so, look, 2026, People now know me around the world. I have traveled to Singapore. Someone has gone up to me. They knew who I was. I was in Lisbon. Someone knew who I was. I was in Dubai and someone knew who I was. An old man walked up to me inside of a supermarket in like a little alley mall and knew who I was in Lisbon, Spain. I mean, in Lisbon, Portugal. Unbelievable. And whatever. I mean, but the point is, so many more people believe in me and support me around the world than in 2019. How could I not accomplish more in 2026, man? I got a platform. I got a team. I got a vision. We're ready to move. And so I'm just excited to see what could happen. I also feel bad for people who left the trading group because I had so much coming up this year that they don't know about. That's going to implement and help trading careers and ideas and really take teaching to a whole new level. If they just hung on a couple more months, they would have seen it, but they'll see it. They can come back. They can come back. And they will. When this market rips again and we go back to 100K, everyone who thinks that the bull market was over and sees us longing are going to be pissed. And they're going to be like, what does Sam Price know that I didn't know? Why did I not stay with him? Why did I leave? Why did I go and listen to some other guru? You know what I mean? And decide that, like, come on, man. I've been studying world markets from the NASDAQ to Forex to Bitcoin to crypto for 20 years now. I've seen so much price action. I could show you things that you wouldn't believe. And once you get with me and start really pushing yourself, your life will change. I just know it because my life changed when I started pushing myself at this higher level. So I know your life is going to change if you hang out with me. My frequency is too high. It's going to blend into you. I'm not here for friends. I'm not here, I'm here I'm here just to show what a great life can be. That's my goal in life now. If I have a few friends along the way, some good times, it's great. But I'm here now to show what a great life can be. We talked about earlier this morning how Tether bought 888,000 BTC, the quadruple eights. They know what's up. The best form of money in the world, Bitcoin. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Me and Peter Schiff went at it. Unbelievable time. Should watch that, take that, go. I mean, it's an amazing, amazing. So, I'll take you anywhere. Just tell me I'll be 5 charts that show how crypto changed in 2025, honey. So, I'm seeing some movement here in altcoins. If you want to dabble, it's high risk, but go at it. I'd like to see the market stabilize a little more. Let's see Bitcoin get above these key levels. But man, I start on Bitcoin. Those trades start going well. We'll expand to more riskier assets. One step, one day at a time. All right. Shout out to everybody here. I'm going to jump out early again. This is probably the last time I have any time off until I'm not lying, until like this summer. It's going to be crazy next 6 months. I'm going to outwork you guys. I'm going to grind. There's going to be a video every single morning, every single night, constantly. Last couple days, I took some time for my mind. I needed it. I've been doing this for years. I needed some time for my brain. It's sad. I feel like people give up on me the second I take a moment off. It's like, I tell everyone, man, running a Discord is the most insanely hardest and most demanding job you'll ever have in your life. You feel like there's thousands of people always on you. And if you don't service them right, they're going somewhere else. And you got it, so I'm always like, okay, how can I make sure that because I want the Discord to pay for itself. I want to know that if you use it, you're like, dang, I learned so much, or I found out this coin, or I wouldn't have known. I want you to look back and be like, wow, look at all the things that happened that would have happened for this, $99 a month or $3 a day or whatever it was. So it's not just a place where, I like you could say the first couple months I paid for just education. But I like it to be actually a serviceable event that you use on a daily basis where you're like, wow, I love this place. A daily update for Bitcoin in morning and at night that really gives you the likelihood of the direction for BTC. And you'll start seeing my predictions come true. You'll start seeing my TA play out because it's been going for a long time. And it's not going to stop now out of nowhere. The probabilities are too high. So stay blessed, everyone. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at Bookmap. 91,000 holdings. Still see liquidity. Be careful. I would just watch the 1 hour, the 15-minute. I would take profits on scalps, and I would only be on bigger time frames. And with that, I'm going to jump on out of here. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank everyone for this first Saturday night stream of the year. And wow, we're already banged out 3 We've already banged out 5 live streams. Isn't that crazy? No, I don't think anyone's live streamed more than us in 2025. In 2026, I mean, we've streamed, the first, the second, and 2 times today. I mean, 4 times already. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. I love you. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. Just keep pushing. Don't believe in the negativity. Don't let them in. 1 positive thought is stronger than 1,000 negative thoughts. Keep having positive thoughts. You will win. That's it. Your mind is your wealth. Create wealth through the mind and the life. Life will follow the wealth in real life. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. I'll catch you on the flip side.